Hey everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. First time welcome for those of you who are new. Hello, I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe. This channel is dedicated to inspiring you to live your best, most fantastic and fulfilled life. And if that doesn't sound like a good time, I don't know what does. Let's just jump straight in today. I'm making another video about budgeting and saving money. And here's the thing, money does not guarantee you happiness, but I do think that having a sense of financial freedom is a really important aspect of living your best and happiest life. And so that's why I've been making more of these videos about saving money and budgeting and freeing up some of your finances for things other than debt, because debt sucks. And you guys really seem to be enjoying them, so here we are back with another one, and this is all about 10 habits that frugal people have. From yours truly, a frugal person. So let's jump in, let's do this. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, join the fam. It's a good time. I'm gonna adjust myself and then let's do this. Okay, the first thing that I think successful frugal people do is have a save versus splurge mentality. And this is something that I never hear anyone talking about, and I wish someone would have said this to me when I first started budgeting and saving, because it would have had a huge impact on my life and how I approached my money. Here's the thing, it's really, really important, I think, for your happiness and your mental health to step back and allow yourself the space to splurge on things that you want to splurge on that will bring you genuine joy, and then to save on the things that you know that you're quite happy to cut back on. If you go in with the mentality that you are going to save the most amount possible on every aspect in your life, then you are going to end up like one of those people on that TLC show, Extreme Cheapskates, where they like do their laundry in the bath while they're also washing themselves. Don't live that life, friends. Allow yourself some splurges. Allow yourself to enjoy your money and to treat yourself on things that you know will truly improve the quality of your life. You have to find the balance, and that's super important, especially if you are new to budgeting and you just feel like you want to have this all or nothing attitude. Don't box yourself in like that, because it's gonna make you miserable. The second thing that frugal people always do is stick to a budget. And also, frugal people do not see their monthly or weekly budget as a goal of how much they should spend. Like, they're not aiming to spend all of that money at the end of the month or at the end of the week. They're aiming to spend less if possible, and then take the leftover and put that into savings. I made a whole video about how to budget for absolute beginners. I broke it down bit by bit, and I will link that down below for you guys. Go and check that out after you're done with this. Okay, my camera battery is dying and it's flashing at me obnoxiously, so I'm going to change that out and come back to you. The third thing that you'll always find frugal people doing is living within their means. I have never had a car payment. I have never had like monthly credit card payments. I have never taken anything out on credit, because if I can't afford it, I don't buy it. And I know for some of you watching this video, you might be in debt right now, or maybe you just don't have the liquid funds to pay for things up front. But what I would encourage you to do is focus all of your energy into paying off your debts, building up your savings a little bit, and really asking yourself every time you make a purchase, do I really need this? Is there a more affordable option for me? But just try as much as possible to only purchase the things that you can pay for right now up front, and that will save you a lot of hassle and excess money. Another thing that frugal people do that I've talked about in one of my other money saving videos is to plan your meals. Don't just go to the supermarket and pick up whatever sounds good in the moment. Plan your meals ahead of time, work out what you already have in your kitchen, write a list of the things you need and stick to it. I also definitely recommend making things up in bulk, things like chili, pasta bakes, things that you can make extras of and have as leftovers is firstly going to save you a bunch of time in the kitchen, and secondly it's going to work out way cheaper because you can spread your meals out further. Another thing that frugal people are great at is investing time into finding the best price possible, especially with big ticket items. Shopping around, looking for coupons, looking for sites that offer cashback, which I've talked about before and absolutely love. Let's give it a second for cashback sites. I know some people feel uncomfortable about them, it seems too good to be true, but if you are not using a cashback site and you shop online, you are losing money right now, because in the last few months since January, I haven't bought anything online except for flights and a couple of hotels, and I've got almost £20 in cashback just from booking things that I was gonna book anyway. I'll leave the links to my favorite cashback sites in the description box down below. Can't encourage that enough. And that's just part of the process of finding the cheapest deal possible for you. Because if you can use a cashback site and a coupon and get something that's on sale because you've shopped around, there's no feeling like it. Okay, tip number 6 is to only take ownership of your own purchases. And what I mean by that is, if you go out for a meal with a bunch of friends and you are trying to be, you know, conscious of your money, and you order something cheaper on the menu, and then the guy across the table from you orders a big old juicy steak, and when the bill comes, he says, hey, why don't we just split it 5 ways since there's 5 of us here? You need to have the confidence to say, no, I don't think so. I don't think all people who want to split up the bill evenly are evil or wrong people. Sometimes it might just not even occur to them that your meal costs significantly less than anyone else's. I know for me, I'm vegetarian. My meal is always the cheapest by a substantial amount, but it doesn't really cross people's minds sometimes. But you just need to advocate for yourself and say, hey guys, actually my meal was way cheaper, so can we just each pay for our own? No one's gonna be offended by that, and if they are, then question your friends, because at that point they're pretty much just expecting you to pay for their meal, and that's not okay. Another thing that frugal people do that I have just recently started doing is to create a genuine wish list. Impulse shopping is not great if you're trying to save money. So what I recommend is that anytime something pops into your head and you think, oh, I really want that, put it on a list. Keep a list with everything that you think that you want to buy, and then just go back and revisit that list, because what I found with mine is that I'm going back and making constant amendments. I'm realizing, actually no, I don't want that. I thought I did, but I don't anymore. And that way you have a list of things that you genuinely really do want, and when it comes time that you have a little bit of extra cash or it's time for a splurge, you know that you're making a purchase that will bring you genuine joy and that you will get the most use out of. Another frugal tip is to save for expensive experiences or events in advance. Things like going on holiday or Christmas or birthdays, anything that is going to take a big chunk of change. Don't leave it until the last minute and try and pull all of that money out of your budget. You should really be putting aside little amounts of money each month, way in advance of any like big ticket event or item that you want to buy. That way it's not going to come as a huge shock to the system, and you're going to be prepared and have the money set aside so you don't have to stress about it. Tip number 9 is a really simple one, and it's to turn things off when you're not at home. And by that I mean your lights, your plugs, although the plugs in America don't turn off. What is with that? Is that not a fire hazard? This is a side rant that nobody asked for, but you can't turn the plug sockets, like they don't go on and off. Is no one concerned about that? Anyway, turn off your plug sockets if you can. Turn off your lights, turn off your heating, turn off your AC. When you're not home and you're not using it, why should you pay for it? And the last thing that frugal people are pretty darn good at is DIYing as much as possible. I'm not saying make your own clothes if you can't sew. That would be a disaster. Don't do that. I'm just saying look around at some of the things that you buy and ask if you could do a good job for cheaper yourself. So for instance, cleaning products. I've started making my own cleaning products with white vinegar, some essential oils and baking powder, and you know what? It does a better job than the really expensive cleaner I was buying from the supermarket. I don't buy pre-packaged pasta sauce. I make my own. It's a third of the price and I know exactly what goes into my food now. Little things like this might not seem like a major saving, but as I keep saying and will keep saying until I'm blue in the face, even the smallest saving will mount up over time. 10 pence here, 20 pence there, it doesn't seem like a lot, but over time, when all of those 10 and 20 pences come together, you are going to start to see some big savings and it's gonna blow your mind. Okay everyone, those were my 10 things that frugal people do. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that it's inspired you to go out and save some money. Like I said, if you haven't checked out my other money saving videos, I'll link them down below in the description box. Go check them out, why not? Also, if you didn't know, I'm on a no buy year, so I'll link the no buy year playlist down below too, along with our no buy year Facebook group where we share inspiration and tips and our advice on getting through a no buy year. If you have any money saving tips, please go ahead and leave them in the comment section to help out other people watching this video as well as me, because I'm always looking for new tips and tricks. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy and as sane as possible during these times. I love you all so much and I will see you next time. Bye!